Beneath the vaulted ceilings of a luxurious Chicago restaurant, there reigned a special harmony of light and sound. The soft glow of crystal chandeliers glided over the polished parquet, reflecting in wine glasses and mirrored walls. A gentle piano melody filled the air, like a second skin, delicate and enveloping. Here gathered those who measured life in numbers on bank accounts, the rustle of stock papers, and the count of zeros in their contracts. Conversations hummed quietly, yet each word carried the confidence of people used to shaping destinies. Among them stood out one man, billionaire David Harper. His name was known throughout the financial world. He rarely appeared in public, but when he did, he became the center of attention. His perfectly tailored suit, mathematically precise tie, and calm, composed demeanor created the image of a man untouched by chance. But an attentive eye could see more. Behind that flawless facade lived a quiet weariness, heavy and deep, like the shadow of years gone by. A young waitress approached his table, new to the job, with neatly tied hair and a cautious smile. Emma had been working there only a week. She still hadn't grown used to this world of ostentatious wealth, where smiles were often fake and kindness was only a mask. She moved carefully, as if one wrong gesture could shatter the fragile order of the place. Placing a glass of water before Harper, she was about to step away when a small photograph slipped out of his wallet. The paper drifted softly to the floor. Emma bent down to pick it up, and in that instant, time seemed to stop. The photo showed a man in a military uniform. Young, steady-eyed, with a faint trace of a smile. His face pierced her memory like a blade. It was her father, the man she'd been told had gone missing in action over 15 years ago. Her heart pounded. Her fingers trembled as she turned the photo over and saw a note written in neat handwriting. To D. Harper. Never forget. Your friend, Thomas Wilson. Harper noticed the photograph in her hand. His face turned pale. Slowly, he looked up at her, and in his eyes flickered something far deeper than surprise. There was pain there, guilt, and a memory he had clearly tried to bury for years. "Where did you find that?" he asked quietly, though the question made no sense. It fell out of your wallet," Emma whispered. "This man, he's my father." Harper looked away. His hand tightened slightly, as though he were holding an invisible weight. "Thomas," he murmured. "I should have known. You're his daughter." Emma didn't understand. Only one question echoed in her mind. How was this powerful, wealthy man connected to her father, the soldier who'd vanished on a distant battlefield? "You knew him?" she asked, taking a step closer. "I did," Harper replied after a long silence. "And maybe I'm the reason he never came back." The words hit like a verdict. The music seemed to fade. People around them kept laughing, talking, unaware that, for these two, time had stopped. In that moment, coincidence ceased to be coincidence. Emma's world narrowed to one truth. This man was the key to her past, to the part of her life she thought was gone forever. For Harper, this encounter was a ghost from the past, a guilt he'd carried like a cross. They looked at each other, two lives bound by a single secret, a single pain. And in that meeting of eyes, a new story began. A story with no room for indifference. A story where the past demanded reckoning, and the future depended on whether they could forgive and understand. From that moment, the road ahead was already chosen. And neither of them could turn back. What happened next? You'll soon find out. If you liked this story, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Many more tales await, where coincidences turn into destiny.